Yes, check microphone 1, 2. Right. Oh yeah, welcome back. And this is NASA Skill speaking. Welcome to the hub. Welcome traders. And in this fantastic episode, we are talking about our weekly analysis, all our weekly both fundamental and technical analysis in one video. And as always, before we start the new week, we have to first explore what these economists are preparing for us on several economies or on different economies. So on that point, we have to look at the economic calendar. And this time around, we are again going to analyze Bitcoin because most people always trading BTC. And as you can see, let's proceed. As you can see, what are we having on Monday? What are we having on Monday? So we are clicking to next week, right? Next week, Monday will be 29. And I think this week we are expecting CPI because CPI always happens on the first Friday of every what? Every month. NFP, I mean, sorry, NFP. This week we are expecting NFP. Let me first look at the economic calendar. We see what major economic events are going to happen within this week. As you can see on Monday, JPY, we are having Bank of Japan board member Noguchi will be speaking. And we got the Spanish CPI. These guys, as I always say, I think you can see, they're forecasting. The forecast is higher because these forecasts are just expectations according to economic indicators from different economic sectors within an economy. So if they're expecting that their CPI has increased, because remember, CPI is the major driver of an economy, all of the economy. Okay? CPI is the major driver. What next? German's Boba, President. Nagel will be speaking. Holmes member Williams on Monday still. These are moderate volatilities expected on several currencies, okay? And we shouldn't lose guard because all these are volatile news and they can cause havoc to your accounts, right? Hope we are together. GDP. What? GDP. Now, members, we discussed earlier in our group chat. Members, if you're not in our group or in our Telegram or WhatsApp, but we are more likely, actually, you're more active on WhatsApp, you can just use the link in our bio or in the description. You join our WhatsApp group. Now, we discussed that I'll be live trading on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you are available. Okay? We are going to be trading. So GDP, what is GDP? Gross domestic production. Now, this was quarter over quarter two. Now, they're forecasting results for quarter two. And they're saying there was a decrease in exports. Okay? There was a decrease in exports, which means their GDP lowered slightly. Okay? And according to what has happened to the British economy, actually, like, was it yesterday, whereby the Hackers Act Range Rover, that company, and Range Rover might stop producing those cars for some good time if it's not totally down. It experienced a serious cyber attack. So UK isn't all that doing well, okay? And just that data only can hinder and it can interfere all what was expected during this news release. Let's proceed. On Tuesday, still on Euro, we have CPI. And I think you can see this is the European CPI. Actually, it's German CPI. You can see that it's 1-1. There is no change. Yeah, which means The German economy isn't doing all that well. What are we having on Tuesday? We got consumer confidence. You can see that it has decreased in the US economy, which means people are not over consuming. If this is the indicator forecast, PMI, you can see that it has increased, which means it's not good for the Japanese, actually for the American economy, because remember, this is what we call producer manufacturing index. Okay, producer manufacturing index. What does it mean? It means if CPI is low, which means producers will again increase all top up on the command. Now, let me just simplify it. If a kilogram of rice is at 2,000, when the CPI was higher, if CPI reduces, now these producers will increase on the price and the old burden will be sent to the central bank because it's the one which controls all the monetary policies, interest rates, and everything. So everything will be left to be on the central bank's neck. Okay? This is what we call producer manufacturing index. Just job openings, you can see there is a slight decrease. America isn't doing all that well, and it won't do well on Tuesday unless when there is an external factor. Remember, America is always fighting with currencies within the basket of 6. The basket of 6 currencies, review it if you don't know what we call the basket of 6. On Wednesday, what are you having? ADP, non-farm employment, reduction in jobs. This is USA. This is USA. And starting on Wednesday, it's going to start affecting other economies within the basket of 6. The US dollar, ISM, manufacturing PMI, prices, you can see that prices have increased. Manufacturing prices, they have increased from this level to this price level. From this price, 3.7 to 64.5. Are we together? Just a calculation within these figures. PMI increased from 48.7 to 49.1. Crude oil inventories, crashing crude oil inventories. USD Atlanta Fed GDP now, it's flat, according to what I'm seeing. CPI on CHF, Spanish unemployment rate. Oh my goodness. Now, the Spanish wants to tell us that it has totally reduced. Unemployment change. You can read about this report and know more in details. Initial job based claims. You can see that they have increased. There is this indicator that jobs, people who are jobless are just increasing within the US economy. That's why you're seeing this indicator. For more info, I won't over explain because if I decide to explain, this video might even take an hour. Okay? Everything. Fed factory orders. But here on Thursday, I'm just looking at this report. Initial job based claims. Before, on Friday, I dive deeper. I'm not looking at NFP. No. Because remember, when NFP increases, of course, this is a negative sign to the economy. Understand? This is a negative sign to the economy unless these guys are just going to do what we call a flip top. Because if you're to see, according to the reports from Monday, it has been indicating a weak dollar. Understand? Now, here I'm just looking at the unemployment rate you're seeing, it's flat. Now, let's look at the average hourly earnings. Now, these dudes are wise. Average hourly earnings. Now, they are giving us the 1 month over month, and they're saying that it's flat. But remember, things have already started. Actually, even if you look at the actual report, The non-farm payroll, you can see that it's a very serious indicator that the market wants to sell. NFP is going to sell. If you were to look at these PMI indicators from these previous days, now let's see how these days are going to play out, and we get a general scope on how the US dollar is going to perform on Friday. Inshallah. Or if God wishes and we go live, we are going to trade it live. Live. That means live. Understand? I'm looking at the average hourly earnings and the unemployment rate, not the actual CPI. Now, let's first look at our Bitcoin news before we go to what we call trading view, or we go for our technical analysis, because this has been fundamental analysis. I just want us to take some look on how Bitcoin, actually some major news. Britain pledges 2 billion loan guarantee for Jaguar and Lover. You see, Britain pledges 2 billion loan. Let me go back. I think Jaguar and Lover, that company. Now you can see that Bitcoin has been falling in value. Actually, I posted this analysis and I told you that BTC might fall seriously to a certain price level within 9,000. This level here, this price level within 9,000. Just that I'm not always all that serious with markets. At times, I give out indicators. Again, I don't follow them because I have other things to do. Britain pledges 2 billion loan guarantee for Jaguar and Lover after experiencing a serious cyber attack. Because remember, that's a symbol. Range Rover, Jaguars, a symbol of these British people. So, got me. Okay. You got cryptocurrencies, you can say that Bitcoin, there is a volume traded today, change market cap. Actually, you can go to CoinGecko and analyze more. Just go to CoinGecko and analyze a lot more about BTC. Now, let's just go direct to our economic calendar. Now, this is, thank goodness. I hate this too much. Right now, it has started affecting my eyes. It started affecting me. How did the week close? Just breaking records daily, breaking records daily, breaking records daily. Understand? Breaking records daily. Let's go to a hourly time frame. I want it on a hourly time frame. Now, you can see that already this is a strong buy level. This is a 1 hour time frame. That's a strong buy level. And if this level isn't all that expected, I'm looking at buys within this range. Okay, I'm looking at buys within that range. And the moment we fail to hold it again, there is this scenario that we might sell if we are to break below that level. So let's consider sales within this area. Let's consider sales within that area. Now, Anna Mashama, I think that I'm just playing around with people's money, but this is just a general scope. I'm just giving you something good, whereby you can decide and see. You make proper decisions when you're entering the market. But I told you, this is a buying area and it's a very fresh, good level because it has already tested something important, really important. I mean this level. Okay? It has already tested something. Likewise, this level. Now, for me, I can even wait. If we have already respected this level, I'll just enter for buys. I'll just enter for buys this area. The moment our market retraces, my buy at that level. My buys, they are at that level. My buys are at that level. Understand? Understand? That's gold. Let's look at BTC USD. This is Bitcoin USD. Bitcoin US dollar. Thank you. Thank you. I think, oh my goodness. I gave you this signal that gold BTC is going to buy at this level. Yes, I have been away. I was away. And I think this was my last post on Bitcoin. It didn't break, and delivered buys well. Okay? It didn't break, but it delivered buys well. And I gave you the signal that we are going to end here. We shoot up to this level. The market sold. Then I told you this was the major trend. And we had to retrace up to this level such that we can do what? We can execute buys. And I think you can see we executed buys. What happened? What happened? The market retraced, and alternatively, the moment we pierce through this level, just know we are soon, and we are still shooting low. Okay? And I don't see any other thing, that we are still buying on BTC. No. We are in this recession. We are getting this recession, and after all, we shall buy, but there is some good liquidity below here, and that's why I always tell you, if we are to be eyeing for buys, let's eye for buys within this mile, within that area. We got to eye for buys, because remember, let me see. I'm looking for something. This was supposed to be a buy level. Now let's see. Let's wait and see whether the market will respect it well. Yeah, it isn't a very bad level. It's also good for buys. But the market might just go shoot higher, and if we start climbing, this level won't stop the market, because they didn't respect all the desired conditions. They didn't fulfill. Okay, they didn't fulfill. Euro USD. We are looking at Euro USD. This is Euro USD. I'm looking at the hourly charts. Yeah, delivered well. I think that was my last post on Euro USD. The time I last did. Oh my goodness. The time I last did this forecast. And I'm really happy that I'm here. I'm really happy that I'm here today. You understand, members? Really happy that I'm here. Now, this is a very good level. If we are to stop at it. Now, my brother, Omukulu Ryan Izovic, I think Euro USD corrects with GBP, but I think, let me just give you GBP direct, but this is a very good level for sales. This is a very good level for sales. Having done this, but not this area. Not this area that it can stop the market. It's this area here, about there, about. And the moment we are to break above it, then let's switch to a 5 minutes time frame. Even if it's a 5 minutes time frame, there is no great deal within this range of yours, my brother. Just give up on it and just look for sales the moment we reach that area. Because if you're to see, we still got a lot of business within these levels. Okay? This is not goal. Let me look at GBP USD Ryan Izovic and the rest who are trading GU. Okay? That's the very thing. That's the very concept. Sales. I'm looking at sales. I am looking at sales. And if I'm to look for sales, GBP USD, this is the perfect level. This is a hourly chart. This is the hourly chart. This level can't do anything, and it can't stop anything. This area here, it can't stop anything. And it's stopping. Really weak. At very low. Okay, USD card. USD card. Wow, this was my last signal USD card, and I think, yeah, those ones who have been following it, it delivered. It has been delivering, and if you to see somewhere within here, yeah, let's see if this level was utilized. I think it was. Maybe it was. Okay, it was, and likewise to this level. The moment we break through those levels, we are shooting higher. USD JPY. USD JPY. Did I analyze this one? Yeah, I think it sold to this level. I gave you. I don't know whether this was news, but it pushed a strong move higher, having reached this area. Okay, having reached that area, pushed a very serious strong move higher. And here I can look at this golden opportunity. Shouldn't you misuse it actually? We are high in these levels. You shouldn't misuse that level. NZD USD. This is NZD USD. This is NZD USD, and it's in buy modes. It's in buy modes. We are buying on NZD USD. We are buying on NZD USD. That's no, we are buying on NZD USD. Let me switch to for our time frame. Yes, it's buying mode. Buying. Yes, enter your buy the moment you see it. The moment exit all your TPs, then within it. That should be your TP. If you're good at holding, and if you got the guts to do what? To hold it. Okay? AUD card. AUD card. Delivered well. And I told you we are reaching here. We are actually, it had to come to this level for sales, and that's what it did exactly. Okay? That's what it did exactly. And the moment we reach it, shooting higher. Okay? Members, let's call it a day. Allow me here with this video. Let me get some rest after editing your video. Be blessed. May God bless Trade Hub.